Hey guys, it's Alina here and I've got another first impressions for you. Today's video is on the new Urban Decay Naked Smoky Palette. So before I get started, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you love first impressions videos and you want me to do more of them, because I would be happy to do that. And feel free to comment below if there's any item that you want me to do a first impressions on. So let's go ahead and get started. So UPS literally just dropped off this package like 3 hours ago and I am so excited. So I have been looking forward to this palette coming out for ever. At least that's what it seems like. And I went through the whole hassle of getting it at 3 in the morning from the Urban Decay website. So needless to say, I'm very, very, very excited about this palette. So if you don't know about the Urban Decay Naked palettes, they are probably Urban Decay's most popular palettes, and honestly, they're kind of cult favorites throughout the entire beauty community. Each one is packed with 12 different shades. To me, the Naked 1 palette is kind of warm toned. The Naked 2 palette is a little more cool tone, like a little more of the grays and silvers. And the Naked 3 palette is more of like a blush color. There's more pinks. So this one is very, very different from all of them because this is a smoky palette. So my biggest pet peeve with the previous ones was that there wasn't that much color depth and variety. I know some people will disagree with me, but I feel like a lot of the colors just don't show up on the skin because they're too light or just aren't different enough. So this one should blow me out of the water because look at what those colors are supposed to be like. The Urban Decay Naked Smoky Palette is $54 and it was released on the Urban Decay website on July 8th. It has since sold out, but they did say that they were going to release more, I believe, on the 14th. You can pick it up on the Ulta website starting July 12th, and it will be in Ulta stores starting July 16th. I believe Sephora, I've seen conflicting things. Some people say Sephora is releasing it on the 10th. Some people say they're releasing it on the 12th. I've even seen the 14th. So I'd love some clarification. So if you guys have any clarification on that, feel free to leave a comment so everyone else can know. But this is a permanent palette, so don't worry if it sells out because they'll restock and you'll eventually be able to get it. Not everyone is so crazy about being the first like I am. So there's no need to stay up till 3 in the morning to get this palette, only if you're insane like me. So this is the box that it comes in and it's really, really beautiful. So the palette looks like this. So it's really pretty. It matches the box. It's very much in line with the Naked 2 and Naked 3 because it continues with like that hard shell palette, unlike the Naked 1, which is that soft like velvet feel. It's so stunning. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So when you open it up, it's a magnetic closure. It's got the same like large size mirror as the previous Naked palettes. Super gorgeous. But look at these colors. Tell me you are not excited about that. So the box says, we packed this palette with a dozen sultry, smoky neutrals, including 9 never-before-seen shades and 3 exclusives. Experiment with warm bronzes, dimensional grays, rich browns, and deep blacks. From mattes and satins to shades with sparkle, it's all here. We even included a detailed lookbook that shows 4 of our favorite ways to get naked and smoky. It also does come with a double-ended brush. You guys know that I'm not a huge fan of these just because they always go with the palette, so you don't necessarily use it. But if you notice, this one is very different than the previous Naked palettes. It has the regular kind of tapered blending brush on one side, but then the other side is a very, very, very dense type crease brush, but this could be used for smudging and getting a really, really dense color to smoke it out. So the previous palettes usually included a flat rounded eyeshadow brush. So just by looking at the colors, I am super excited. There's a good range, a good variety. But what is most exciting to me is how they've chosen to arrange them. So in the previous palettes, they were kind of a mishmash. They were just, you know, there was shimmers over here, mattes over here. There was light on one side, then 3 shades later, there was black, and then 3 shades later, it was another like light shade. It was just a mess. It was really hard to kind of visually see, okay, which colors would go well together because you know, you think these 2 colors go well together, but they're actually basically the same color and they were just too far away for you to tell. This side, the left side, are the shimmery kind of glittery shades. The right side are the matte shades. And if you notice, both ends start with the lightest shade and end with the darkest shade in the middle. So why is this awesome? Because when you're applying the shades, you want to be able to see, okay, where your light colors, your medium colors, and your dark colors, so that you can kind of visualize what colors you're going to use. Additionally, it's nice to see like which ones are matte and which ones are shimmer. And lastly, especially with some of these colors, the grays and all that, you definitely don't want commingling of the colors. And that's kind of one of my biggest pet peeves with most palettes, when they don't do it from light to dark. And it's because when you go to get one shadow, especially these because they're packed really closely together, you're going to get some fallout and it's going to end up in a lighter shade and really kind of murk it up, make it mucky. So I like when they have it like this so that you don't have a lot of commingling. Additionally, if you have matte shades next to shimmer shades, especially some of these really glittery shades, like I can't remember the name of it, but there's one in the Naked 3 palette that it's so glittery. There's like no pigmentation, it's literally just glitter. That's going to get in your matte shadows because glitter gets everywhere and kind of just mess them up. So I really like how they chose to lay these out in the colors that they chose. As you can see, there's not just the traditional grays and blacks for, you know, the traditional smoky looks, but there's also like the neutrals, like the dark brown and all that. So lots of opportunity in this palette, and I'm super, super excited. I cannot wait to dig into it. So I know you guys are just dying to see the colors, so let's get to swatching. All right, so I am all swatched up, so let me get closer and show you all these colors. So here are all the colors together. These were swatched without any sort of primer and with one swipe of color. This first color here is called High, and it's a champagne shimmer with micro glitter, and it's one of the new shades. The second color here is called Dirty Sweet, and it's a medium bronze. It's also one of the new shades. The third color here is called Radar. It's a metallic taupe with iridescent micro glitter, and it was in the Vice 2 palette. The fourth color here is called Armor, and it's a metallic silver taupe with tonal sparkle, and it was in the Vice palette. The fifth color here is called Slanted, and it's a light metallic gray, and it's one of the new shades. The sixth color here is called Dagger, and it's a medium charcoal with micro shimmer, and it's one of the new shades. The seventh color here is called Black Market, and it's a jet black satin, and it was found in the Vice palette. The eighth color here is called Smolder, and it is a deep plum taupe, and it's one of the new shades. The ninth color here is called Password, and it's a cool taupe matte, and it's one of the new shades. The 10th color here is called Whiskey, and it's a rich brown matte, and it's one of the new shades. The 11th color here is called Combust, and it's a soft pink taupe, and it's one of the new shades. And the last color here is called 13, and it's a light beige satin, and it's one of the new shades. So here we have all the colors again. Really, really beautiful. Not a huge fan of the ones on this side just because I'm not a huge fan of matte colors, but these colors over here are absolutely amazing. There is a little bit of fallout, but that's expected without putting a primer and also with any sort of shimmery, glittery shade. But overall, it's really, really amazing pigmentation. And although the differences in the shades are slight, they're obvious enough that you can really create a bunch of different looks. My final thoughts on this palette are that you should get it. It is awesome. And keep in mind, this is a first impressions video, so I still haven't actually played with the colors very much. Just by swatching them, I already can say that this is probably going to be one of my favorite Naked palettes so far, which I think is going to really offend a lot of people because people really love the Naked 1 and Naked 3. But I just think that there's going to be so much more to this palette. Just everything about it was so well thought out. And even if you're not a huge fan of wearing a crazy smoky eye, you don't have to. These are lovely shades that you can find in a lot of palettes or similar shades. So you don't have to do the smoky look. You can do a regular eye look. So I'm really, really excited about this palette. What I liked especially was that none of these shades were really, really chunky glitter. They were just more of like shimmery shades. So I think that they're going to apply really nicely. I think they're going to blend really well, and you're not going to have to worry about these huge chunks of glitter. I think the color selection is on point. I think there's a lot of variety here. Of course, the color names are always cheeky and amazing. I really liked this palette. And I like this palette so much, and I knew it was going to sell out. So I bought a second one. And this one is to give away to one of you. So yes, I'm going to be giving away an Urban Decay Naked Smoky Palette. And yes, I paid for this with my own money. This video is not sponsored. I just knew I was absolutely going to love this palette, and I really wanted to share that with one of you. So to enter this giveaway, you just need to be subscribed to this channel, Miss Alina Mina, and Miss Alina Mina Chats, which is my vlog channel, and they will be linked down below. And you need to leave a comment of your favorite shade in this palette. This giveaway is open internationally, and any additional rules and information or other ways to enter will be in the description box. I always forget to mention something, so everything will be in the description box, including when the winner will be announced. So I'm giving one palette away, so I am super, super excited, and it's a great opportunity for one of you guys to get this palette for free and not have to deal with all the online ordering madness. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe and check out all my other videos. Hope you guys have a good one. See ya!